I'm known for this, where I pull the cheese out, like from I put it on like Jeffrey likes to eat a salami sandwich, and he likes to put provolone on it.
Okay.
So my wife gets like the Costco pack. Well, sometimes like it starts to grow a little bit of mold on the side. I'm like, oh, just cut it off, put it right on.
100%.
Welcome to the Chip and Cern Show, the podcast about everything and nothing at the same time. They were possibly separated at birth, only to be rejoined to create the sweet sounds that will caress your deepest cochlea. The show is real, random, rant-filled, and ruthless. Please be warned that this show may hurt your feelings, offend your grandma, and even kick your dead dog in the balls. So get ready, and let's get this shit started.
This shit has started. I am Chip.
I'm Cern.
And you are listening to the Chip and Cern Show.
Once again, or for the very first time.
So, baseballs can't... No. But I don't see how they get out of the first bit of the spring training thing. Like, I don't think it's going to happen in August. It's just not going to...
I can see him like trying to start up and then outbreak and then boom, that's it.
It's gonna peter away. But anyway, we'll spare the fans, or disappoint the fans that love the Chip and Cern baseball fucking hot takes. Hey, Cerny, will you pull up the old Chip and Cern email? We have anything from John at johnboy@media.com?
Still nope. Looks pretty quiet.
Okay. Did you check the spam folder?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing there.
Well, maybe just hasn't got it yet.
Maybe he's thinking long and hard.
Yeah.
About
he's
our
probably
offer.
pulling together a CTO, trying to drum up some money for us.
Or maybe a counter offer to our 55% split. 55-45.
Or rather aggressive. Yeah, 55%. These fucking clowns. How much of the grocery shopping or have you noticed when you're at different stores, whether it be Target or Costco, do you get a lot of the hot takes or the commentary from the checker ever?
No, actually, I don't. Do you? I don't. Usually don't.
Maybe it's a Trader Joe's thing. I know you're not a big Trader Joe's family because you got, Trader Joe's is not made for like an army of families. People like what you.
A basketball team.
Yeah, a basketball team that Cerny rolls with. So we go there because they, anyway. And so I actually am pretty impressed with Trader Joe's. They have 6-foot little squares drawn off, and you're standing in line with your mask on. It's not that difficult of a fucking thing to put a piece of cloth over your face. But for some people, mostly in Southern California, it's a fucking struggle.
Infringing on your rights or whatever they're...
But then they take their car and they drive it down the correct side of the street and obey the speed limits. But this is they're so inconvenienced by a piece of cloth.
I know. They shouldn't tell you what to do. Like, pretty sure they do. They tell you what to speed and laws. You can't kill or steal. There's stuff that they do tell you can and can't do.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I know we shit on Trump a lot, and deservingly. He's a fucking ignoramus. Yes. But remember that picture that leaked of him actually wearing a mask?
Yeah.
I actually honestly thought it looked pretty cool. Like the presidential mask looked fucking bomb.
It did look cool. Now, if I was the president, I would have to roll out like the Bane mask, those,
Oh, yeah.
Because I guess those have been selling pretty well. They have like a mask that looks like Bane.
Have you seen the one that's like a goatee? So like a chick will wear it and it'll look like it'll be a white face or whatever color face, but it'll have like a goatee or a mustache. Super unsettling. Super unsettling.
Some of them are weird, like where it's like all teeth and stuff. You're like,
oh yeah.
Shit.
I have a bunch of stuff around
that ones and stuff like that.
Now I wonder if baseball is going to do. We talked about this last time. Like, is Nike or Majestic, whoever's the official apparel supplier, are they going to dole out? I guarantee there's going to be officially licensed masks.
Oh yeah, you'd have to. Yeah, I would think so. Like maybe like the manager or something would wear it. Someone who's not like exerting themselves.
Yeah, or if you're just in the dugout, maybe you have to wear one. I don't know. But
you could wear it and yell obscenities and who said that? Like,
oh.
Did you see me say it? Did you see me say it, Blue?
Read my lips. You're a cocksucker. So I was in line at Trader Joe's, with my mask on, like everybody else. And I go in, and I've been shopping recently. Trader Joe's has a tendency to get a lot of new, fresh stuff in. So they even have a whole like section that's just new that they got last week. And it'll be like, oh, you know, it'll be a new style of yogurt or new coffee or whatever. And they always do, you know, they always make up cool little flavors and have cool little snacky type things.
Yeah, like, wasn't it like the pancake bread was pretty hot in there for a while?
Yes. So they'll do pancake bread. They'll do, you know, they'll do like eggnog Greek yogurt during the holidays or pumpkin spice or stuff like that. So they do that with their cheeses as well. So they're rotating all these different cheeses. And I actually have a cholesterol problem, so I should not be consuming a large amount of cheese because it has cholesterol in it.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, well, you know, I like to live life on the edge. And really risking it with some brie. We...
Cutting it up. What's one? Is there one that has like? I wonder if there's one that has like more cholesterol than another one. Be like,
I wonder if it would be. Oh, you're saying like mix your cheeses?
Yeah, like one has like a higher dosage. So, yeah, so you cut it with a little bit of you start cutting it with a little something like that has less.
Oh, like
mozzarella cut with
half full milk, half skim. And you try to
speedballing with cheese.
The old dairy speedball really binds you up on the insides too. So I went in there and I'm like, we don't need any more cheese. Like we're fucking the cheese drawer in our fridge can't even open it because there's so many fucking cheeses between the kids' string cheese and the shredded cheese
for one of those a day.
Oh yeah, and dude, we have like just pounds of the shredded like Mexican cheese because we just destroy quesadillas here at this house.
Those are good.
Right.
Hot sauce.
Oh, speaking of hot sauce, I'm bringing some hot sauce over.
I'm gonna put it on my burger.
Oh, you're gonna love it. And also, we need to put this out here that Dana talking a little bit of shit on the GC about Cerny not being able to handle the spice. When Cerny, correct me if I'm wrong, you, me, and Joe took the Hot Ones challenge.
Yeah, and Chip and Cern climbed the Spice Mountain. We went to the top.
To the tip top. And we
left Joe behind right around the mid-level.
And we discussed this as well. That was the first time I've ever seen Joe say no to something. Like
you're right. He said, no,
I'm like, you're a changed man, which isn't a bad thing. I think it's good.
No.
But
he didn't want to deal with the repercussions of whatever that may be.
Paying for it twice over, probably. Once on the way in, once on the way out, I would think. Or maybe his lady was there and kept him in check, which, God bless her. So I'm at Trader Joe's, and I go by, and I'm just looking at the cheese aisle because, we need some sort of cheese stick or something. And they have sharp cheddar with paprika, a smoky, and I'm like, oh, yeah. So I just said that, and Cerny's head fucking tilted up like if you blow a dog whistle at your Labrador.
One side.
That's exactly what like the fucking vision went in and locked in on this. And I was like, damn, that looks fucking bomb. I'm going to have to get me some of this. And then I got a couple other things and I'm going around and I complete my task. And I'm checking out and Trader Joe's, how's it going? All this stuff, right? The guy's scanning stuff through and he goes, oh, looks like we're going to have a pretty cheesy weekend at your house, huh? And I'm like, all right, buddy. Enough with the fucking commentary on what I'm ordering.
Cheesy weekend.
And he just probably scanned 4 or 5 different cheeses. I don't know. Is that a lot of cheese to be purchasing at once? Like kind of
Yeah, I would say.
Okay.
Probably. Now, do you do the thing? I'm known for this, where I pull the cheese out, like from I put it on Jeffrey likes to eat a salami sandwich, and he likes to put provolone on it.
Okay.
So my wife gets like the Costco pack. Well, sometimes like it starts to grow a little bit of mold on the side. I'm like, just cut it off, put it right on.
100%. Because those Costco packs, unless you're fucking In-N-Out Burger, you can't go through that many singles, that many fucking cheese slices.
It's like 60 slices of cheese or something. It's like, holy shit.
I'm like, this would put. I would if I ate this, I'd probably all my arteries would fucking lock up on me.
Blow up all simultaneously.
So I think I'm pretty confident my wife doesn't listen to the show anymore, for good reason. But
One fan down.
yeah, one fan's down. I did notice a little drop in the numbers. Well, we used to get 1,000. Now we only get 999 downloads. If she sees the mold, the whole kit and caboodle is in the trash. So I have to get to it to do, like Cerny said, like a little scalpel action. And usually it does grow on the side, so you just lop it off. And there's no
shave it off. It's good.
What's the harm?
I've yet to get sick from it, so
right.
living life on the edge.
Now
That's all right.
we are extreme people, Cerny. So what is your stance on the dates that are printed on certain items? Sometimes referred to incorrectly, I will say, as an expiration date.
So since I work in a food business,
Oh, you know the inside.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I know, like, for ours, it's more of like we want to pull it by that date, but it's good for 3 weeks after the fact.
Right.
But we want it fresh, so it tastes the best in that point in time. So I'm usually okay with it. Milk, I don't usually dare with.
Ooh.
Well,
Will you give it a sniff test, though?
yeah, I do give it a sniff test. I'm like, it smells all right,
And then do you give it a sip test?
Yeah, swig. Yeah,
Okay,
the
a
swig.
little swig, yeah.
All right, tastes good.
Now-
Or it's like, nope, tastes kind of sour, so it's going out.
Ooh. Or I'll do a little where I pour it out in the sink a little, and if it rolls out like cottage cheese, probably put a pass on that one.
Like,
Nothing churns a stomach more than a little curdled milk. Even the
Yeah,
word
that's-
curdled, even my
Yeah.
stomach kind of lurched a little bit talking about that. What type of milk is it though? Is it whole milk, or you go like a 1% or 2%?
2%,
Okay.
I think. Yeah.
So, yeah, that has. I feel the higher fat content the milk has, the more curdling that can be done.
Yeah.
Because that fat free is like white water,
It's like
essentially.
water. Oh.
So water and sugar, and I'm sure cows. I'm surprised they haven't filed a lawsuit against the fucking
Yeah,
dairy
I know.
industry for
It's a
this
slanderous.
abomination. This is so far removed from what I milk out of my udders. Everyone should be
This is
offended.
defamation. This is defamation.
They really are dragging the good name of the cow and what the udder can do and all this stuff through the mud with its fucking.
With the water.
Okay, so Cerny, you're good on the cheese on cutting the mold off.
Yes.
Do you do that on bread as well?
Like
Like if it gets a little hair on top? I'm not talking about you open it and half the
Yeah.
fucking package is like it looks like a science project.
we call it St. Patty's Day bread because it's all green. Yeah. No, if it's like, if I look, it's like there's like right on the front, it's a couple slices. I'll just pull those slices, throw them away, and then just grab in the middle.
So that's what I do. Sometimes I even just toss them down to the dog. I'm not trying.
Yeah,
to,
that's true.
not trying to
I
have
do
that
that.
go to waste, and I think they can handle it. They got
Yeah.
a couple stomachs. Okay, what else is so my wife, if she just looks at the thing like a yogurt, she'll look at it and it's it's not bubbled up, like there's obviously some fucking shit going on the inside, like some bacteria or fermenting or something.
Yeah.
And if it said it expired yesterday or today, she goes, too close, I'm throwing it out. I'm like, this is perfectly good.
It's perfectly fine. I have the same thing. So we even done like my wife will do something like pizza. We'll have pizza, and then like it'll be in the box, but it'll like stay out overnight.
No
And then I'll
fucking
wake up-
problem there.
Oh, I wake up in the morning. I'm like,
Breakfast.
pizza for breakfast. Yeah. So I'll take it place. She's like, they stayed all night. I'm like, it's fine. She's like, it couldn't be. I was like, well, we'll find out.
Yeah. It's cooked cheese. I mean, it's so processed, it's almost impossible for. Now,
And it stayed out for like 8 hours. We're good.
right, you didn't leave your fucking potato salad out all day long in the hot sun on
In
your
the
4th
sun.
of July barbecue, and then the next
No.
day you're like, "Oh, I'm gonna dive into this for breakfast."
It's pizza that's out on the counter for overnight. We're good.
Dude, I mean, that sounds like that's just how we lived for like 8 years in our late teens
Yeah, I
and
know.
20s.
Yeah, that's what I was like. We're fine.
Chinese
done
food.
I've done
Nope.
this test many times.
I'm 0 for whatever. I've never been. Well, shit. I shouldn't. Let me knock on wood here, but Actually,
I know.
whoa.
Next pod, like, whoa.
Actually, this is very topical, Cerny. Remember that 4th of July / birthday party that
a
I
couple
came
years
at?
ago.
This is hilarious. I ate something expired. It was
Oh,
long.
right.
It was expired
It was like
by
6 months or something.
Yeah, it
wasn't
was expired by like 3 months, and I think I learned my lesson on that one. But it was a pack of like, I'm vegetarian, so it was kind of one of these like veggie sausages type of thing, like
yeah, soy dog or something
yeah,
like that.
something like that, and or a vegan bratwurst. I was making some eggs and hash browns. I was going to put that on there. I was making a fucking proper breakfast for myself.
Yeah.
And I ate it. I ate a lot of it, and no one else. I think my brother was over, and no one had any. He's like, "No thanks," and I fucking scarfed it down. And then 5 hours later, I'm at Cerny's house. My stomach was not happy with me.
So at least we figure out a couple days, okay, but 3 months.
3 months probably should draw the line. What other things are wasteful? Yogurt. I guess you put yogurt in the same. Or you're not a big yogurt guy, or
No, I eat yogurt. Yeah,
okay.
I like yogurt. What? Well, I mean,
I'll look at it. I instead of relying on a printed set of numbers on the side of this, I'll use my other 5 senses, and
I look at the date, and I always like if we're in the ballpark,
Like
and then I'll look, and like we're good.
Right, but if you know when you like when you find some fucking artifact in your fridge, and you like pull this, you're like, oh shit, look at this yogurt. Oh fuck, February 23rd. It's like, oh shit, it's July right now. Probably have to throw that one out.
Or you pull it out, and you're like, July 30th. Oh, we're good. 2019. Like, oh no, never mind.
Now there are certain things that I don't even ketchup, mustard.
I never look.
Hot sauce, like that stuff can't go bad in my mind.
Pickles, olives.
Oh yeah, all that stuff.
I've eaten olives
So
that sat in the fridge for a year.
yeah, pickles, hot sauce, all that stuff, all that brine. If it lives in, if it's a liquid thing,
good.
and there's no dairy in there, it's usually safe.
That's good.
in my opinion.
Yeah,
Anything in a can, you're good.
That's good. I think I've eaten plenty of stuff after the fact with a can.
Yeah, and I mean, actually, like this is a kind of a serious problem because there is so much food waste because of this exact issue. People like my wife, bless her heart, she's an angel, but her attitude to expiration dates is needs to be get current, lady. Get current.
They're guidelines.
They are. These are generally suggestions and guidelines. So you haven't had a Trader Joe's or anyone fucking give you lip or just give you some commentary on?
A few weeks ago, I went to the store and I got I was like, I grabbed I think I want a 6-pack of beer, not a 6-pack, it was like a 4-pack. I had a beer, and then I got some I got like a soda or candy for Jeffrey or whatever the kids, and then I was checking out and they're like, looks like you're gonna have yourself some fun tonight. And I was like, with candy and beer? I just stared at the person.
Yeah,
like,
what an odd.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna have. First off, I'm not killing a 4-pack of IPA.
Double IPAs. Yeah,
solo.
Rip. You're like, oh yeah, this will just get the shaking stopped.
Eating some Twin Snakes gummies, so with it. Fuck you.
Some peach rings. I forgot about same Trader Joe's actually. When my wife was pregnant with our son, she's like, it was kind of near holiday, I'm gonna say it was December sometime, and she goes, I'm really jonesing for like a peppermint bark. Those things that come, which are fucking addicting as hell.
They're like shatter. Oh yeah, they are.
So she goes, I just kind of want a peppermint and then maybe like a pretzel. Like she's just rifling off flavor profiles. So I take all this information in my head and I go to Trader Joe's, and they
like a supercomputer.
Yeah, I'm logging all this in the Chipper 2000 computer upstairs, and so I go in and boom, right in front. Trader Joe's, you know how they just like straight just fake face fuck you with like whatever the holiday is. It's
Yeah,
like, here's
yep.
every fucking holiday. We got chocolate covered matzah. We got chocolate mallows. We got Oreos. Like everything. It's
yeah.
just right up front.
Right in your fucking face.
I mean, someone should set up like an insulin giveaway, like right next to that thing, because to
And they
combat-
practically like just shoving it down your throat
Yeah.
when you get in there.
So, like the sucker I am, I made a good haul of all that stuff because I wasn't sure what she wanted. So I was like, first of all, 6 or 7 months pregnant. You're just trying to make them comfortable, as happy as possible. I don't need to be running back to Trader Joe's because I should have got the peppermint popcorn, and I passed on that.
Yep.
What I did see though was white chocolate covered Oreos with peppermint stuff on top. It was like a one, Oreos usually come in like a tray with like 3 or 4
sleeve, yeah.
So, but this was just one sleeve and it had 12. So this is very high. Like each one had probably 250 calories in it. I mean, it was,
yeah.
and I
need a shot of insulin for after you're done.
So I check out with all this stuff and I'm like, oh yeah, my wife is pregnant and these are like some cravings that I was sent down here. And the guy's like, yeah, sure thing, buddy. I'm like, whoa, motherfucker. First of all, the judgment in your voice is dripping. 2, if I did want to eat all these snacks, why would I make up a lie? I would just tell you, I'm an upfront person.
It's not like you had like some kind of weird kinky like sex toys or something, like, oh, this is for my buddy. It's just like it's fucking food.
Yeah. Like, remember when we would go fuck with somebody's car in high school?
Oh, yeah.
And we would go to Winco and we would buy 1,000 yards of saran wrap, candles, and I think just to mess with people, wouldn't we just throw lube or condoms on there or something?
Yeah. It was lube, I think.
It was like a big thing of KY and candles, sardines, saran wrap. It's just the most.
Yeah, we did get judged heavily.
It is at Walmart or.
Someone's got something fun planned tonight.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
It's not what you think, but yes, we do.
No. Yeah. Our friends, our friend who we're gonna hammer 3 times in the same night relentlessly won't think so, but
He
we're gonna have
chases to
fun.
the park.
Yeah. So I guess I'm saying I don't really need the sass at Trader Joe's or at
No.
anywhere.
Not anyway. I don't.
But I understand. I understand them because having worked a retail, like when I worked at the bank, every interaction, you're just so fucking just bored out of your mind. You're trying to make it interesting. Like when you worked at the lake, taking the fucking $5 every car.
Attitude. I gave attitude left and right. I just doled it out.
I mean,
like
plus we were like 16.
Yeah. I remember a couple of times when somebody would be like first thing in the morning, and your petty cash that you start out with was like $75.
Oh, okay.
So it was like $5 to get in the lake or whatever it was, $7 actually. And I remember somebody would give me 100. I'm like, I can't break that. What do you mean you can't break that?
At 8
I'm like, I don't have enough. I don't have enough money for that. Like, what do you mean I don't have enough money? I was like, I'm not a fucking bank. So if you want to get in the lake, you can turn around and go break it. And they'd be like, this bullshit. Like, okay, well, it's bullshit. You give me $100 at 7 a.m. in the morning and thinking I'm gonna have the fucking cash for it.
Right. Who are you, fucking Scarface? You don't have a smaller bill than that?
Oh, you would see the
how many people would be the hey man, can you just let me in?
Oh, I think I got that. You get that all the time. Oh, you can't
like
look
every third car or something?
Yeah. Like, nope. My drawer has to balance. You can't just let me in. Like, have a ticket. Otherwise, you're going to get a ticket because they would tag people that would try to drive in early. So then
Oh, so they know that the person that is going to be in this booth gets there at 9. So if we get there at 8:30, we're good. And then I would have paid, but he wasn't there or they weren't there or whatever. Oh, okay, interesting.
So you get that all the time. So you'd always have to be like, you can't just let me in. Like, no, I can't just let you in. That's why I'm standing. That's why I'm here. It's my sole fucking purpose is to take your goddamn money here.
Right. It's like if you could let them in, they wouldn't put someone in the booth to stop people. And there wouldn't be a fucking booth with a little arm thingy that you got to raise up and down every time.
So I speaking of which, I remember this one lady was like, I got to pay $7 to get in. Like, yep.
Yeah, it's a free country, lady.
That's ridiculous. And I was like, okay, well, it's still $7. She's like, that's expensive. And I was like, yep, well, that's what it is. She goes, that's asinine because God made this lake. So now you're paying me to see God's creation. I said, I said, really? I said, God was alive in 1950 and built this dam with the United States Army or whatever it was. And she's like, well, no. I said, well, there was no lake until the dam was built. So which is in like
car in reverse and get
1950. So, and the state owns it. So, sorry. She's like, I'm turning around. I was like, okay.
See ya.
I get paid the same amount whether you turn around or you go in or whatever the fuck it is. So I don't give a fuck what you do.
You can help 1,000 people or you can help 2 people, and you're still getting your CERN's getting paid, straight paid. We had the oh man, this reminds me. Did you you never worked like a retail? Like remember when I worked at Circuit City?
Yeah.
I guess the lake is like the closest thing to retail that you.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you kind of worked retail, but not. You didn't have to interact with customers, sort of. I don't know. Anyway, I don't want to like blow your spot up, but you never worked at like a Best Buy or anything like that.
Not like a check or anything.
Yeah, yeah. So when we worked at Circuit City, rip, on what was that? Fair Oaks and Junction? Would that have been the right intersection? Fairway
and Junction.
Fairway and Junction. That's right. We literally now we weren't on commission, so it was like, oh, Chipper, you're just in the TV department, and then there was like 3 people that would be in there, and then we would it would be part of our spill, right? Hey, it doesn't really matter who you come to, we're not on commission, so we're not going to try to sell you the $100 monster cables, even though we would. But we also came up with this game called Not It, and whenever their customer would walk because the TVs were like in the back left corner, someone would Not It. Be like, oh fuck, like missed it, and then so someone would have to take them, right? And then once our manager caught on to that, he obviously put a stop to that. He's like, you can't play Not It. But we would have this really fun thing when a boomer came in, and we didn't know them as boomers at the time. But when they would ask about when they would kind of like mix their technologies up, they're like, so I want an HD VCR. Or I want a plasma VCR or something. Like they would put together and you'd be like, you know what? I can't believe we did this. This is kind of fucked up, but it's funny. So let's say you and me work there in the TV department. Someone asked me some fucking backwards ass question. I'd be like, you know what? That's a really good question. I don't know. And then I would walk over. I'd be like, my buddy CERN, he knows everything about plasma VCR players. So why don't you just ask him? And then you would stand behind the customer as they were saying this question, and you're fucking you're just busting up laughing, and your friend is there
the person has a straight face too.
Because you can't break when a customer's asking a really stupid question like that.
Oh god.
Oh god, that was really fun to do. And then also when we were close to closing, we had that big surround sound room with like all the fucking baller speaker surround sound.
Oh yeah, I remember.
And that's when iPods just came out. So you have some guys like, check out this, like plug it in,
big
like
bricks.
Yeah, Ozzy Osbourne just turns to fucking 11 in this one room. It's just shaking like everything. You're like, yeah, this is sick, man. How much is this? $15,000 setup. It's just whatever. It's fucking crazy. But
I mean, I get it with the retail. I mean, it gets tough when you deal with a bunch of people. I mean, I remember there was people would keep their money. It was at the lake. They'd keep it in their swimsuit, so they'd pull out the money. You know, like
it's all wet or sweaty and sunscreen on and shit.
Fuck yeah! It was like it was always sweaty. Some very large person. It's like
some big fat titties, but not in a good way.
Yeah,
not PHAT, FAT.
Yeah, FAT.
Yeah.
It was always, oh god, you always get some stupid ass questions, and I always got hassled over the $7. It was $3 last week. I'm like, pretty sure I was here last week and it was still $7.
Like, what do they think they're gonna pull one on you?
Well, sometimes they get confused. I think because the river was different
they're going
than the lake,
floating.
so they were getting,
Okay.
so they got different. They got confused or whatever it was. It was just a pain in the ass always.
It sounds like it. Well, if you have any horror stories, retail, maybe dealing with idiots when you worked at Best Buy or Circuit City or Target or
If you currently work at,
are you currently
well, not Circuit City, but
well, yeah, maybe, yeah, well, not that one. Thank you, sir. Send those to us. We got it here. We can keep your the store anonymous. Just let us know. We probably
store
won't
and
mention it.
identity secret.
Right, but if Target and you share a story, there's a lot of fucking employees at Target, so the odds of your boss hearing it on this show, slim.
Slim to slim to none. I would bet they would.
Closer
but
to
you
none.
you could you can send it to us at chipandcernshow@gmail.com, or you can slide into our DM. Give us a DM on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook.
We need to get on TikTok.
That's right.
We do, because we're pro TikTok now that they fuck with Trump.
This is true. This is true. I was like, fuck TikTok musically or whatever it was before, but now I'm like, all right.
How do we get on board of this? And if you're John Boy at John Boy Media, just holler at us. We're ready.
We're eagerly waiting. Don't worry.
We know.
We're flexible. We're willing to work. The 55% isn't set in stone.
It's just a place that we just wanted to start from.
It's a starting point.
And I think it would be good for Cern and I, to have a little bit more, feel like a little more ownership. The majority form of ownership. But, you work harder when you own something. It's just a fact.
It's true.
It's science. Just like it's science that if you wear a mask, you cut down on the potential spread of COVID-19 by 70, 80 something %.
It's fact. It's fact. Non-negotiable.
So please make sure to be washing your hands and your pussies and your dick and your balls. Wear your fucking masks. Until next time, I'm Chip.
I'm sorry.
Cheers.